Camden Falls Gallery, Howard Gallagher, and this is part 3 of our Homecoming 2020. The gallery has the pleasure to introduce to the Mid-Coast area Tom Glover. Tom lives down on the New Hampshire-Maine border. He's been in the art scene in Maine for the last 2, perhaps 3 decades. Studied in New Hampshire. I've admired his work for that time, and what I've always done with the gallery or my business before this, the Maine Gathering, is I find stuff I like, I sort of follow it, and sometimes I'm lucky enough to get it into the gallery, as we have right here. I thought Tom's work would really complement the work that you saw prior of Anne and Ryan. He takes his abstraction a little bit further in his work. He'll start off with a rudimentary object that you can see and recognize. Then he'll take that object and paint it realistically so you can see it. But then it's the background, the colors, the shapes, the lights that he abstracts and he adds in. This gives your mind a path to follow. You play one way or another. The balance is this, and it sort of brings a painting to life, and it might sharpen your senses or whatever, but that's really about what all my artwork is that we have here. It's I don't have an art background. I just follow my eye, and I've been incredibly fortunate. The gallery is fortunate because our gallerist, Sandy Kwang, is going to take the camera now and give you a brief description of Tom's work, and we'll see what she can do with balancing out the camera. So again, folks, Tom's video follows this that Stan Grunder did. Then we'll have his slideshows of the pieces in the gallery, and I hope you enjoy it. We've done our best to put it together, and I could not have done it without the help of Sandy Kwang, Amber Callahan, and Stan Grunder. Okay, and my wife who lets me go to work, and the artists who are part of this. So enjoy, and here is Sandy Kwang.
Hello, this is Sandy, your gallerist. We're very excited to introduce this new artist who is a self-proclaimed, seemingly lackadaisical, never-do-well, who is teeming with ideas, Tom Glover. His work is a wonderful abstract embodiment of his personal stories, comedic and disjointed. On that note, we'll explore what seems to be the literary and daily references for his work. In much of his work, there is a visual reference to Kurt Vonnegut, a science fiction writer who is well known for his futuristic renditions of the state of the world in the future. Tom may have directly or indirectly referenced Kilgore Trout, a fictional character by Kurt Vonnegut. The fishes painted by Tom is a major proponent of being that element. The major one, being a cod or a bass, has their roots in the main fishing industry, the mackerel, a possible reference to lobstering. The importance in fish isn't that it's a cod, bass, or a trout, so much as the reference in the general idea of fish, the main industry. The dream catcher in some of his works could be seen in the netting, as well as what seems to be lobster cages. And this is almost a Native American idea and origin of having the folkloric meaning be shown. Like Kilgore Trout, Vonnegut's original reference has to do with other literary figure, including Theodore Sturgeon, but a trout is not a sturgeon, nor is a cod a trout. Here's a wonderful, fanciful story by Tom that he had left with us. When in college, Glover knocked on the front door of Kurt Vonnegut's brownstone in hopes of taking the writer to lunch. It was a supreme act of hubris. He, Vonnegut, likes reading Hemingway, but never took him out to lunch either. What we have here is a comedic story and seemingly direct and indirect reference to his literary interest. Here we have Tom Glover.
My name is Tom Glover. I have been painting for, close to 40 5 years. I started as a kid drawing. I was always drawing, and went to school for painting. I studied with John Laurent, Connolly Harris, Sigmund Abele at the University of New Hampshire. So Sid Solomon, I think it was Sid Solomon, an abstract painter, said that when he starts a painting, the painting has to do at least half the work. So that's responding to the painting. You know, this work builds on older work. You're constantly building on ideas. You've got to take from the other artists and build on it, and really try to develop something new. Take a new road, a tangent off of what they were doing maybe, and it just the ideas just keep coming. That's the reason why I think it is important to look at the artists that have come before you. They're building on someone, and you need to build on them. Marla May said, you know, don't paint the thing, but paint the feeling that it gives you. He's been a big influence on me. When you're actually in a painting, especially in abstraction, I found, you have to respond to that painting. It will sort of give you information. When you put down a line, you've got to respond to that line. You put down another line, and now you've got a relationship that you have to deal with, and you have to either unite or separate, or reassessing, reworking, stepping back, reworking. It's a process.